watching MTV.
You're listening to the Music Video Guy Podcast.
Maui, you and I are prod people. We know full well what it's like to be sitting in the darkness, clad all in black, tape around your wrists. We know the whole shebang of it, right? And of course, we know that, the very essential is the star of any medium, obviously. But a lot of the actual execution after shoot day, the movie magic, or in this case, for our purposes, the music video magic, it happens largely because of the invisible team that is assembled around them.
Yeah, exactly. I've spent my life, in the editing suite or directing, jumping into the art department, and, sometimes even sitting in on bidding wars for music video pitches and losing those pitches. I know firsthand that music videos are the ultimate collaborative medium. It doesn't matter if it's a massive $1 million soundstage or three guys in an alleyway with a mini DV camera. There is an immense amount of sweat equity. Sweat equity, our favorite phrase here. The amount of sweat equity involved. So it was incredibly cool when a specific group recently reached out to us. A group whose entire mission is to celebrate the men, the women, and everyone in between who make all that visual magic possible.
Yeah, and those people, that group specifically, is the Hollywood Music Video Awards. They reached out to the podcast. Now, if this is your first time listener to hear of the Hollywood Music Video Awards, they are only on their second year. They're a newly minted award-giving body. And this is going to be a yearly red carpet event. And something that we really appreciated about them when we finally got to do our little bit of stalking and research is the lengths that they go to celebrate these often unsung heroes of music video production. And we're not just talking about the directors or the producers. They regularly get their flowers, I would say. But they loop in honoring the set designers, the colorists, the makeup artists, the editors, everyone on the production side of that music video magic that we talk about.
Yeah. So you don't have to take our word for it, because the people running the show are here with us today. Let's welcome to the podcast the founders of the Hollywood Music Video Awards, Danny Pollack and Abby Perry.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Hi, thank you for having us on.
How are the preparations going?
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. We are about 2 weeks out, and it's been a eventful award season for us. And we're really excited to see who comes to play in 2 weeks and who wins. So it's cool.
It's been a very exciting buzz for year two. We had year one, which we didn't know how that all was going to end up turning out, and it was an incredible response from the community, from the music video industry, from the production community, and just from creatives and music video lovers from all around the world, not just from LA. And we were so surprised because, our music video community here, it's just like a tight-knit thing. And going into year two, the response has been just as much the same. So we're ready to go. We're ready to rock.
Really happy to hear that, guys. And as we got to mention a little bit just now, it's so nice to see you guys honoring the production side of things. It's something that I guess makes this quite unique. So let's dive right in. Maui?
Okay. So the HMVAs are a couple of years in at this point. It's the second HMVAs that you're holding. And I wanted to talk about the origin story. We talk a lot on this channel about how the music video is dead, so to speak, as a standalone television event. Yeah. The cultural zeitgeist really misses the old MTV. And if we're being honest, the VMAs haven't really been about the actual craft of filmmaking, as much as it is more about the celebrity and, what you see. And for a very long time, it's been more about the music artist rather than the music video craft. So was the creation of the Hollywood Music Video Awards a direct response to that void somehow? Or what led you to deciding that this specific award-giving body needed to exist right now?
Yeah. No, great question. I mean, a few variables kind of came to play over the last, 3 years. We're on our second year, but I think the idea really came less than 3 years ago. I went to a music video award show in another country, and I really saw how the community really came together for it and honored really great categories. And, the VMAs have been the Oscars, the Grammys, the pinnacle of the music video industry. And it's something that we've looked up to all our lives. But in the recent years, last decade, like you said, it really has been more about the artist and honoring the artist and the artist performances than really the people that put these blood, sweat, and tears and hard work into the videos. And, we saw what a festival award show could do in a different country. And I was there and I immediately texted Abby. I was like, I think that, we could do something like this.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, actually, Abby and I, we've been producing together music videos together for a while, but also separately for almost a decade now. So we really know what goes into taking it, making it what it is. Abby and I were nominated for a Video Music Award, a VMA, in 2023 that summer. And we were really proud of that. We were like really ecstatic, as everybody in the industry gets. And we thought we actually had a chance at winning this time, but inevitably we didn't win, to an artist that is one of the most massive artists in the world that really sweeps every year. So we were like, there has to be something that could change here. And we reached out to our friends, to our video commissioners at the label, at Atlantic and Republic and RCA and Columbia. And we're like, hey, I think we need something new in this community that can really honor the directors and the stylists and the colorists and stuff. And if we made this, would you guys support it? And everybody across the board was like, yes. We need that. It might re-spark the industry. And we just decided to take it for our own and make it happen.
Would you say that there is like an actual clamor for, if there's an actual clamor for this? Did you like tap into something that was pre-existing, like an itch that needed to be scratched, so to speak?
I think going back earlier to what you said, with the air quotes of, is music video dead? I think that that's been sort of on the brink for so long. And everyone's been sort of trying to like pedal backwards to that plateau of music videos being this cultural phenomenon that we've experienced through, the decades. And we got to this point where now there's this crossroads of new social media and new ways of consuming. And for everybody, they were like, really, I felt like trying to hold on to that magic of music video and the magic of what makes a music video. So I do agree there was this itch and there was this clamor for it. And everyone that we brought this to really felt that there was going to be this impact made on the community to really re-spark it, to really reignite the love for music videos that everyone still has in their heart, but also to just make it like fun and sexy and make it known of what is happening in the industry. I think a lot of people don't even realize that music videos are still getting made. We just need to expose it a little bit more. We need to celebrate it a little bit more. And that's what we are really trying to do at the Hollywood Music Video Awards.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I mean, with the MTV age, there used to be, TRL and the Video Music Awards like that. And I think, and like Abby said, post-COVID era in the 2020s, it's evolved a lot on the distribution of where music videos live. And we're here just to propel that and elevate the distribution of it and show, like Abby said, there's always going to be music videos or music visuals artists are going to make that's never going to die. So we're just giving it a platform and, bringing people together for a night and celebrating it. Yep.
I think there's also largely, I would say, I think a lot of the concern is even just awareness with the younger set, right? Because we are living in an age where, it's so easy to get your hands on filters, on AI, on all of these quick ways to get a certain desired effect in videos. But I guess maybe there's still a lot of there's still a gap when it comes to being able to turn the spotlight to the other side of the production and say, look, there's this entire army of people who are masters of this craft and work really, really hard to give something that moves people through this short format of a music video. And it's very rightly so, the artist will always get plenty of recognition during awards season. But I think we can really agree that there was this gap when it came to recognizing everybody else involved and, really shining a light on all of the work that goes into music videos.
Yeah. And I'm biased towards the best editing award. Of course, I will always be that, and check. Really excited for that category, by the way. But you guys, what category, what specific below the line categories are you personally most excited to highlight when you built the HMVAs?
I would say, for me, the two categories come on is best narrative and best concept. Those are kind of, narrative, like it really is about the writing that goes into telling a story within those 3 to 5 minutes a video could be. So I've been really proud, and I presented those 2 awards last year. I felt passionate in that category. Really what's the best conceptualized video and the best narrative style video. So those are 2 of my favorite ones that we have in the show.
And I think my 2 favorite would be best choreography and best production design. I think for best production design, it's what takes you into the world sometimes. I really still love the idea of building sets and building these worlds that are iconic and last in our minds forever. And then for best choreography, I think, the music videos are always so fun when you watch these iconic dance break moments that people try to learn or memorize, and they become these culture shifts with like a specific move or a specific dance and former dancers. So for me, that's always something I love to highlight.
Well, last one I was going to say is one thing I think we both love that we wanted to mention was the Assistant Director of the Year award, which is some award that really does not exist in other categories or shows.
Hell yeah.
People in production know how important the AD is to make the thing go. And our AD of the year it's a special one. And that person who gave the winner last year, his name is Jonas Morales. It was something that the room all listened. Like as we're on production, we listened to the AD, but we all listened to what he had to say. And I think that's one of our special moments in the show, is honoring that really unsung hero.
Yeah. It's the same here. Assistant directors really don't get the love that they deserve. They lift up the entire sets,
MVPs, really.
They're the offensive coordinator, like on a football team. And, Mally, like you said, best editing. Another award that is really great is best color grading. Not many people have that award either. And these colorists really make a video, that touch, that, create that tint, that's special. So, yeah.
And I think something else, what happens is like highlighting all of these unique categories will then connect the tissue of what it is to really make a music video. And it's like, you start looking at all these different departments. It's like, oh yeah, the colorist doesn't get, their flowers, and then the editors and the ADs and the choreographers and the production designers. And then you start realizing that it's just this ecosystem, and one can't exist without the other, and how important all of these creatives are to make this visual, this 3-minute visual that just becomes a timestamp in people's minds and hearts and in music and in culture. So I think it's the coolest thing to watch this room of creatives and visionaries come together and just honoring all of these different unique below the line people and production companies and just everyone. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love I don't know if it's on your roster for this year, but I saw in your last year set of categories, you had these really unique ones as well. You had best one take and best low budget.
Yeah.
So I think
best low budget.
Making room for things like that was so exciting to see, because not everybody has the same, not everybody's at the same starting line, right? Mm-hmm. And so to be able to give credit where it's due in these specific categories that, there hasn't been room for them before.
Right. And
really
even
special,
jumping off that, this year, we added best shot on phone, because that was something really special.
Shot on phone.
We added that and said the one take. That was kind of our wild card last year to see the volume of who would come in, and we decided to do best shot on phone this year. We have some other good ideas next year for some that maybe the next podcast will deliver it. But we have some great ideas to honor those. And best low budget has been an amazing category too, and we know how we might expand on that next year to give people more of a chance of some inclusion. We might have a best low budget pop and best low budget directing. So it's kind of giving a it's a certain threshold to that low budget. So it has to be a certain but low budget, right? But yeah, so it's really cool. It's really cool. We're trying to give people a chance to win something and be seen by those people to get their next big music video.
Okay, now that's a good jumping off point for the next question, actually, because I have to ask about the logistics of judging now for this medium, because music videos are such a weird, subjective art form. We shoot with phones, we shoot on 16, we shoot on 35. A video can have a zero budget and terrible lighting, but if it captures the energy of the song perfectly, it's a great iconic video. Like Spike Jonze's "Praise You" comes to mind. That's like the prime example of having like $500 in your pocket. Or Mr. Walken, all of that had a budget, and that is different entirely. But still, there's this wide gamut of music video creation tool. The toolkit for making music videos so wide that when you put your judging panels, what is your final criteria? Are you looking at the purely from the technical standpoint, or are you judging how well the visual serves the audio? How do you thread that narrow corridor? Balance the scales. What makes judging music videos possible for you?
Yeah. I'll take it and then Abby can answer. But yeah, I mean, we it's not just us really. It's our judging panel is made up of about 25 individuals that everyone works at a different label. So like I said, to our origin of the show, we asked everyone, a commissioner at Republic, at Atlantic, at RCA, at Epic Records to be a judge here. So there's really that kind of level of executive, fairness and authority across the board. And this past year, we expanded to some people at Spotify and some other people at different companies. So yeah, speaking of, we really tell them, judge on the craft, don't judge on the view counts or who the person is. And we're very happy that a lot of judges hear us out on that. And, we make it really easy for the judges to watch a portal of videos. So it's not just, they have to go on YouTube, everything. They really can sit and watch the videos and critique them and give us their favorite three to make it to the finalist is how we do it. We don't just have them pick one. We choose pick three out of this bunch because we get thousands of submissions. So it's a lot to, our internal committee reviews it and then it goes to the judging. But yeah, Abby can speak as well to it. Yeah.
Yeah, we have an internal committee that kind of helps to filter through, but we give the judges that majority vote to get to the nominees. And we like to be able to even the playing field a little bit. So we went to, like Danny mentioned, many different video commissioners and executives at different labels and different music companies so that we really have, less of a political game here. It's a little more based on the art, the craft, and just, people's idea of what they believe, watching best color grading. We really tried to use our experience of what we know and what we love with music video when we're filtering through. And I think same for the judges. So it's a little bit of a lot of things, a little bit of the technical side of things, a little bit of what you see just built in the world. Maybe it's not as technical because going back to this low budget thing, sometimes we watch a music video and we're just blown away by the visuals that maybe didn't get, the $500,000 big budget, and they just did such a good job on the artistry and conveying either a concept, a story. It was comedic, it was funny, it was unique. And so sometimes even just those types of elements incorporated will really just catch our attention and make it awesome enough to go through into the process of getting to the road to nominations. So
yeah, and just to final that up, every video that comes in is self-submitted. For our eligibility standpoint, it isn't just any video out there in the world. It really has to be self-submitted by the creator to be in our ecosystem, to be reviewed and placed in there. So, they take their time to, submit to us in hope of being nominated because, winning is amazing, but just being nominated as a top 5 and in these categories is just as good as a win, in my opinion. You're in an amazing group of people and amazing class. And it's been really awesome to see how amazing the community reacts to their nominations. So.
Yeah, and I think last year was a pretty good proof of concept, we would say, because you did get to highlight some pretty incredible work. And so on that note, when you look at your roster of last year's winners, is there a specific win that kind of made you step back and say, yep, this is exactly why we started this. This is exactly why we wanted to do this.
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm just getting chills thinking again of the AD of the Year speech, like how awesome that was to hear him. I think like even, what blows us away is, someone like a Dave Myers, who everyone in the world really knows. He went on stage and was like, I've never really had a platform at the VMAs to be on the podium and say, this kind of, remarks and like, be appreciated like the community in this standpoint. And this is, this award show is effing awesome. He comes out and says, and Sean Bankhead, who's an amazing choreographer, went up there and was like, I've been nominated for a VMA 9 times. I haven't won ever. Tonight I won 2. This is amazing. So all these people that are really like, staples to the music industry for decades haven't been given we're even blown away that they haven't even been like, given this kind of, stage before. So we're really proud at how people react on stage to acceptance. Some are really shy because they're used to being behind the curtain and being on behind the, behind the camera.
Yeah.
But we're happy that they really take the time to, get up there, and we're here for them. And that's really important. So I don't know exactly what video. I mean, everything was so great. It was amazing to see how much every presenter that went up there was so proud and happy and joyful that they can go back to their family members and show what they did. So that's
another thing that, I never really like to look at this as the metric for the kind of like emotional weight that this video award show has to hold. But last year we had over 1 million organic impressions and engagement from people all over the world coming to the Instagram page that were engaging with all the nominations and all of the different videos and people that were nominated. And it just really blew us away as a team starting from year 1. We didn't put any money behind marketing or trying to promote ads or, boost our story. It was all this organic grassroots launch, and having over 1 million people come and flood our Instagram and sharing and liking and reposting. It just made me and Danny and the whole team think, wow, like we're really onto something. There's still a love and a passion for music videos. And I don't think music videos are dead anytime soon. So that was also another really cool moment. And same for this year. We just had an incredible response on social media and the attendance of the show. So many people from the industry came. Like we really thought, oh, maybe people will think that this is kind of just like a whatever little, show we're trying to put together. And it was an incredible evening with hundreds of people from the community and people from out of the state and even out of the country attending. So that felt like a really big moment of a realization. Wow, we're onto something.
Yeah.
And we can tell. And I know, as Danny says, that this is a convergence of so many people's stories, all the blood, sweat, and tears, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
And so, okay, I know that you have to be diplomatic as the organizers, but are we allowed to ask about any notable nominees or maybe, some dark horses in the game that, names that are coming up somewhat frequently in the lead up to the award show?
I mean, like there's definitely amazing, directors and creatives. I'd say we have one category that's breakout director of the year. So that top 5 directors, one person was doing, you have Luke Orlando and Justice Silvera and Jackie Zoe and Claire Bashara. All of them did amazing videos this past year. And BK Baroni, I can't forget him, and the 5th one who did a lot of Alex Warren videos. And Claire Bashara, Mariah the Scientist. Luke Orlando did amazing videos. So yeah, there's so many great ones. DPs of the year too. Some John Batiste videos behind them. Dark horse though, I would say, I don't know. There's just been so many. I mean, I remember there's in the best rock category, there's like, there's Youngblood and some others, but then there's one person named Eka Vandal who is like coming up and she probably spent like nothing on her video, but the judges are she really did well to get that nomination. And I think this is going to really propel her as well. But yeah, some of these directors behind it, this is how the commissioners then find the next director for their next videos. Like, oh, who did that video? Oh, I'm going to reach out to them for Noah Cyrus's next video or, whoever. So it's not just a platform to get the award. It's a platform to propel your career to meet the person that can hire you for the next level. So
Carla, it's I kind of feel sad because when Danny and I first talked, they thought we were in LA and we would have been invited to the red carpet.
I know, we wanted him on the red carpet. Yeah. And this year
I don't have a visa. It'll take months.
Yeah, this year we at the Grammys, reached out to Abby and I last week that were like, that was really cool. And they were like, we really love what you guys are doing for music videos. And we want to be part of it that night. So we're having a Grammys U reporter on the red carpet to ask some questions.
Amazing.
Yeah. We're also having the Grammys there to be an activation booth to show how our community can be like voting members of the Grammys in all this. So, it's really cool to see in year 2. I mean, we had, I'm drinking right now, but Coca-Cola is a sponsor this year. So,
nice.
We had, but product placement. But it's really cool to see the type of brands in the big, events also take notice and see what we're doing for the community and all that. So it's really cool.
I mean, not to sound too corporate, but the fact that they are noticing and supporting and financing means that there is some intrinsic and easy to spot value in the awards. But like moving forward, like looking towards the future now, we're currently in this wildly fragmented era of media. And it gets more and more fragmented every day, thanks to streaming, thanks to the internet at large. Artists are dropping visuals on TikTok, visual albums and streaming, and doing crazy mixed media rollouts. So where do you see the HMVAs fitting into this evolving content solar system, as it were? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where do you see it? Where do you see you guys going?
It's a definitely an interesting question, and I think that we like to, the intrinsic value of this is always going to be honoring the creators behind the curtain, and we really are trying to hold on to the true art form of music video. We are excited to see where we can take this and maybe what we can kind of be this guiding light in the industry for music videos to continue it and to also, bolster and boost the want and the demand for music videos. I think that this is why this award show is working so well, because people are craving that kind of old school, real old format of music videos versus the fragmented, 15 seconds or 30-second launches or things that come up on your TikTok or Instagram Reels, and then it's just this fleeting thing. I think that not only do the creatives want it, but I think there is a demand from the audience perspective as well. And so I hope that while we are open to evolving, that we can be this beacon of hope and beacon of just like what we all know music videos to be, and just keep being that driving force to help the music video industry continue to just, thrive and flourish versus, And
I think where another trajectory we see it going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years is the presenters are going to be the artists themselves presenting to their peers. We think that, we know that it will be something where, an artist is going to present the best alt to a creative, and, a Tate McRae will present best choreography to that person, or, so I think that's something, because we saw last year, like, these people that won would put on their stories and they're friends with the artist, and the artist is like, hey, like, what is that? What's that award? Like, that's so cool you won. Because the artists, they know how much we put into this. They know the times we put into this, and they want them to be proud of what they put into. So I really think we will start seeing these artists coming, not to accept the award, but to present the award to their peers and have that 30-second speech to present to the next really great creative.
Nice. And on that note, it's currently the Hollywood Music Video Awards. I'm interested in how you see the awards branching out, if possible. But since the medium is so global with K-pop, Afrobeats, Latin music dominating the visual space, do you also have plans to expand the scope or create, regional chapters down the line?
Yeah. Well, one of the cool categories we have is Best International, and we saw a lot of people from all over the world. We had Australia, we had Germany, we had parts of Asia. I mean, really from all over Europe, and so that's an open door for the global response there, because we can see that there is one. But yeah, Danny, how do you feel about that?
We're going to. We're definitely going to expand it. I think we wanted to, not get ahead of ourselves to see the international reach. And I think year 2 definitely showed us that we had a really great, diverse spread of people from all over to submit to that category. So just like I said about best low budget, I think how we're expanding to, best low budget pop or directing or editing category, we will expand to some of those genres you said, because there's a demand for it now and it's cool. So we know we'll expand those categories to those regions for sure. Those international. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Danny, Abby, thank you so much for taking the time to look through the looking glass with us. Yeah. For all the, filmmakers and musicians listening right now, where can they go submit their work? And when is the next ceremony for that?
Yeah. No, great question. I mean, we have 2 more weeks to the real big ceremony of the 2nd annual that people could still get a ticket to. And, even if they're not in the show this year, it's a community networking space. We have, an event the day before hosted by Kodak, where we're having Q&A panel sessions
Nice.
with different directors and producers. So, the feedback last year was like, we wish it wasn't just one night. So we heard what they said and we expanded to another day, and maybe next year it'll be expanded to a whole weekend. But we have different events now that people can go meet and greet new creatives in the space and, collaborate with. So if someone's not nominated this year, they can still come to the show and meet people. There's tickets on our website. But yeah, next year we'll probably fall around the same time, and we'll open the submission season in about July is like when we did. So halfway through the year is when, people start to be like, what should I submit this year? What was my best work? So we're looking forward to that submission season.
Yeah, and you guys can find us on Instagram, and also our website, and we're just really excited to see everybody come out for year 2. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, please do. And we'll also hopefully be announcing where you might be able to watch a live stream of it.
Yes, please. Yeah. For us in the international.
Yeah, that would be great.
On the other side of the world.
We love to tune in.
Yeah. Gonna ask.
Yeah, it's a really great show. It's a 2.5-hour run show. It's really polished. I mean, it's a very, it's a very comedic, we have a comedy host and
let's
amazing presenters.
Highlight our host.
Yeah,
our host this year.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Our host this year is Simon Mayer, and he is an incredible comedian. He has incredible ideas and some fun stuff for everybody attending. And so we really are excited to have him this year.
He has about 1.2 million on TikTok. He's had some viral sounds across the world. So he's a very, he knows how to carry a show. So it's really good to have him in place.
Very exciting.
Looking forward to it. Guys, we cannot wait to see what's in store for the Hollywood Music Video Awards. So thank you so much for, taking the time to chat with us today.
Thanks for having us. No, we're happy to, collaborate with you guys and looking forward to more, collaborations like this.
Yeah, much more. I guess that's it for this week. Keep building and keep shooting and support your local crew. These were our guests, Danny and Abby. Oh, whoa. Fireworks.
Oh, wow.
Fireworks. I want fireworks.
Fireworks on the screen.
Dang, I didn't get them.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate what you're doing for the community as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, guys, and have an amazing show.
Thank you so much, guys. That's it for this week. Keep building, keep shooting, and support your local crew. I'm Maui.
I'm Carla.
And this is the Music Video Guy Podcast. Let's dive in.
Been watching MT.
You're listening to the Music Video Guy Podcast.